don't they?
Yeah. My kids. All the parents went, yeah!
I mean, you got to kind of feel for a second like if they're cheering the blade coming down, what do they think of me for?
Well, the thing is like, Alice is like a catharsis up there, you know? He's like, we have very few fights in our audience. You know, because it's like after you saw Clockwork Orange, nobody wanted to go out and fight after that because they did it for you on the film. And so, like, we use violence because it's sensationalism, and I love sensationalism. You know, I think that's the whole basis of my show. I would much rather pick up a magazine, I won't name what magazine, that says Boy Born with Dog's Head, rather than, you know, Reagan does a da-da-da, you know, because that's more sensational, you know. More people would go to an airplane wreck than a circus, just because that's the way that human nature is, you know. And so, like, what I do is I just give them images. I throw images. There's a snake out. So if I throw the snake out there and bring it out there, you'll take it sexually, maybe. She'll take it funny. She'll take it serious.
Around snakes, which is stupid, I know. It's
no,
a dumb thing to do.
They're really nice. If you know, you feed them. We feed this one. So, you know, people, 2 or 3 groupies a week, you know. No, this one is really, I mean, she's no stage. Angel, her name is Angel. You know, she lives in Beverly Hills now, you know. And she won't eat rats. She's mink. You know, she's, I don't know, rats. What's rats? And she knows. She actually knows when she...
You're with a major metropolitan newspaper.
I'm a model citizen. No, the thing is, again, I love the idea of playing the 2 images against each other because people still don't have any idea. You know, why did I go on Hollywood Squares? You know, I mean...
Well, why did you?
Well, think of it. Because the same lady that's winning a car won't let her kids go to my show. You know, and I thought that was a really bizarre sort of, you know, just putting me into that thing, plugging me in was a really pop art kind of statement, you know. You know you're a legend when you're a question on Gambit, you know.
Yes.
You know, if you sit there, I'm sitting there in the morning watching, I love quiz shows, and, you know, because I know I'm smarter than those people. And I sit there and I'm watching them, and they said, who is Vincent Fernier? You know.
Who is Alice Cooper? Right.
You know, I sit there and the lady knows, but she's...
Whatever happened to good old Vince Fernier back there on the trail? What happened to him?
Oh, he's still around,
yeah?
You know. He was fun and everything like that. I know, I'm still Vince a lot of time. Vince. I look like Vince to you. Hi, I'm Vince. No, I was always but Alice, the character Alice was needed. He's a real need because the stage needs to be used. And it needs to be, you know, they called it gimmicks. That was a bad word. They used to say, oh, Alice's gimmicks and that. Well, sure, what's wrong with gimmicks? As long as the music backs it up. If it were just gimmicks with no music, then it would just be, you know, a farce. You know, anybody can go out and buy props, so that 13-foot Cyclops, but if you haven't got the music to back it, why it's there, you know, then it's, you know.
There's a quote attributed to Frank Zappa way back there on the trail somewhere when you were playing a small place in Los Angeles early on in your career.
Every place in Los Angeles.
Where apparently the customers left.
Oh, yeah.
And Zappa said any band that can empty out a club that fast must have something going for it.
Even the hippies hated us.
Yeah, was that a true quote, though?
Oh, sure. Well, it was a true fact. It was a hip thing to do, like in about 1969, to walk out on Alice Cooper. You know, we used to play the Cheetah Club, if you remember the Cheetah out on Navy Street. Big place, held 6,000 people, and we'd go on in 2 minutes, they'd be gone. You know, there'd be 3 people out there. We'd say, wow, new record tonight. But the thing is the fact that it was like 1968, remember, and people were still doing this. And they were still, oh, gee, everything's wonderful. And we weren't like, you know, that's the last thing we stood for. We stood for, you know, fun. And so we'd go out there, and I said, what does it matter? We haven't got anything to lose. Go out there with Alice Cooper, of course. You know, they're going to expect a blonde folk singer, you know.
Yeah.
And they got, you know, they got it, which was totally, and we, like I said, even the hippies hated us. We had no friends at all. And that was the, if you can take that much energy, and it was a good show, it was so powerful that they hated to think that was the future, you know. And we liked it. We said, listen, it's just fun, you know.
But then how did you turn it around? Did you tailor it more to them, or did they come around to you and realize that while there were a lot of, quote, gimmicks, end of quote, going on, there was some solid music backing up that
even at the time, you know, we didn't even have enough money to buy gimmicks. Oh, that's great, you know, that's wonderful. But this thing showed them, it was a flash, it was an American sort of vehicle. We were talking about the 22 TVs. I pick up almost all my...
Let me tell you something, Alice. I got to do these commercials. Now listen here, Alice. We will continue with Alice Cooper with more conversation and more music right after these announcements.